na parang ganito at ganito din yung mga lumalabas na maraming mga acknowledgement receipts na di umano fabricated, di umano gawa-gawa, at parang hindi po maipaliwanag kung paano po ito tumutugma base po doon sa pondong nailaan para sa kanya. Gusto ko lang po tanungin yung COA, base po doon sa ilang mga acknowledgement receipts na ipinakita sa atin ng ating mga kasamahang mambabatas, meron po kami napansin doon na parang 200 na acknowledgement receipts na signature lang, walang pangalan. Ito po ba ay pumapasa sa qualifications ng Commission on Audit?
For now, sir, ina-accept namin yung signature lang. Although, from here onwards, siguro po, require namin na name at least name and signature.
Because I think we really have to look into this matter strictly. Kasi pag sinabi mong acknowledgement receipt, tumatanggap ka.
Yes,
Meron kang tinatanggap na pera, goods, or services from government.
yes.
And how can you substantiate if that person in that acknowledgement receipt exists kung signature lang? So, is there any COA memorandum or policy when it comes to acknowledgement receipt guidelines?
For now, since ina-accept po namin yung signatures lang, wala po kaming ibang basis kundi yung sa joint circular. But we will try to parang supplemental na po yung mga ibang COA issuances.
No, my
I will-
question, ma'am, is there a policy by COA when it comes to requirements of acknowledgement receipts? What are the requirements in that paper so that COA can deem them unacceptable?
May I be permitted to speak, Your Honor?
Yes, Ms. Sofia Gemora, you're recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Your Honor. As to the regular audit, I'm very aware with the confidential fund because it has a joint circular, as a parameter. So in COA, pardon me, or I cannot recall the memorandum, but we have this rule that we can reimbursable expense, what you call RER receipt, reimbursable expense receipt is acceptable up to 1,000 pesos and below. Other than that, of course, we need, as it is now, an invoice, and if any signature, it would, of course, accompany the full name of the recipient or those that signed on the particular receipt.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, that's the memo that I was pointing out to Ms. Remora. Meron po talaga kasi yun sa COA na kinikailangan full name ang nakasulat doon. At nabasa ko na rin po yun. Kaya nga po nakakapagtaka dito po sa 612 million pesos where acknowledgement receipts were submitted by the Office of the Vice President and by the DepEd Secretary then, ang dami po talagang red flags na nakita po ng committee. So unang-una ho, signature lang. Pangalawa ho, merong migrant beneficiaries. When I say migrant beneficiaries, they received funds from the confidential funds of the DepEd and they receive funds from the confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President. Other than that, there are also instances where individuals received funds many times, numerous times, from the confidential funds. Other than that, may instances din po na nakita namin na yung mga safe house na lang po na binanggit ni Chairman, parang hindi po namin masyadong maunawaan kung paano ka gagastos ng 15 million pesos per quarter on safe houses under the Office of the Vice President. Bukod pa po doon, yung safe houses na binabayaran din under Secretary of Education. So of course, documentary requirements are submitted to you. But you know, this, Mr. Chair, raised a lot of questions and red flags from my point of view. Kaya nga po, nakakalungkot na wala po dito yung mga SDO at saka si Ms. Lopez na nalaman po pala natin ay umalis po kagabi papuntang Los Angeles, California, because these are questions that they should actually be answering. Am I right, Yusek Poab? These are questions that they should be answering.
Based on the documents, Your Honor.
Based on the documents, correct, because they're the signatories to the documents. So with that being said, siguro para sa COA, tulungan nyo na lang kami. I think we need to come up with better guidelines, especially when it comes to requirements of acknowledgement receipts, so that ito pong mga pagmamagic na nangyayari ay hindi po mangyari, dahil ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito ay pera ng mamamayan. Hindi naman to pera ng isang tao, pera to ng Pilipino na dapat po natin inaalagaan.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Congressman Abante, you're recognized.
Gusto kong malaman kung tapos ng investigasyon ng COA dito sa Notice of Disallowances na inyong binigay sa Office ng Vice President. Tapos na po ba lahat ng investigasyon?
Mr. Chair, dun sa notice of disallowance, inaantay pa po namin kung mag-a-appeal sila. So, hindi pa po final. Yung iba pong mga audit observation memoranda na issued po nila, nag-submit na po sila ng compliance, and yun po yung mga pinag-aaralan po namin ngayon.
Okay. So, hindi pa kayo tapos, ano po?
No, Mr. Chair.
Ilang porsyento na po ang natapos nyo? For example, like, mayroon bang 50% or 60% or 70%?
Considering po na gusto niyong magpaka-strict kami today, may mga nire-re-audit po kami, and hindi pa po namin ma-issue yung next, which is yung notice of suspension.
Okay. So, hindi nyo maaaring masabi kung ilang porsyento na ho, lahat?
Mr. Chair, parang tatlong ibang team members yung iba-ibang AOM, so hindi ko po masabi ngayon yung exact na yung status na po ng...
Sa mga natapos po ninyo, Mr. Chair, meron ba kayong nakitang improper disbursement o mga violations po ng disbursement ng confidential fund?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko pa po nare-review yung audit, so hindi ko pa po masabi ngayon, Mr. Chair. Nasa auditors pa po.
Meron pa ho bang ibang pondo na aside from the confidential